Hey, folks, what's up? So, look, we've got another episode, another hot summer topic, but again, I need help. I can't do this by myself. It's a lot to talk about. We've got to go. Somebody at the door. I don't know who was. Robert. Robert, look, in nick of time, man. Seriously. Oh my God,
Hey.
look. There's another topic that we need to talk about.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Who is that at my door again? It's like 7 o'clock. This is ridiculous. Who is at my door? I can't take this anymore. Java, yes, please unmute your mic. Thank you. Don't be like me. Java, we have another. That's why I like pre-recorded. We have another topic to talk about. I think the three of us might be able to handle it, but we need somebody else. We need what? We need someone who's a foodie, who is steeped in the culture of geekdom, an immensely incredible artist, a writer, someone who is like been my hip hop guru and Sherpa. We need someone who can do this, and I'm like my mind is kind of foggy. How was that at my door? Did y'all invite somebody? No, did y'all?
It's your house.
Is it? Well, yeah, that's true. So who is? Oh my God!
What's up, everybody?
Takeia, look, this is incredible. We have a show. Do you have like an hour or so to talk about a geek summer topic?
For you, absolutely.
Oh my God! Look, this is the best, folks. We've got an episode. We've got the full roster here. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. So please sit back, relax, get yourself a red cup, get a beverage, and the show's gonna start right about I don't know. You know what's amazing is I act like I don't know you all here, but yet I have a title graphic that says Takeia's name on it. I don't know how that works out. That doesn't matter. Hey folks, what's up? Welcome to our Summer of Geek series here at the Hungry Bleak channel. Oh my God, we're having so much fun with this. Weather's a bit nicer, that's why I'm wearing a t-shirt. We're all feeling good, but we gotta get these introductions out of the way. So first, I am Antonio Pomares, aka the Hungry Bleak, the hungriest man in the room. You can take that however you like.
What's up? Is your girl Jabba Sham with the braids? The braids for the summer.
It's
What's
Robert
up,
Jeffrey, Rob the writer, with the representative Subsume tonight. So shout out Dedrin.
Outstanding. And I'm actually going to introduce you to Takeia. So
Okay.
Takeia Marie, one of the best people out there, one of my favorite artists, immensely talented writer, artist. You've seen her work as far as Embodied, APB, Artists Against Police Brutality. We've also seen Interverse, After Image, and hopefully another project that I got to see that was immensely awesome. But that's neither here nor there. Foodie, like my hip hop guru, to let me know who's hot out there when I don't know who to listen to, and I still don't because I'm 48. My back hurts, so it's fine. Don't worry about it. But we're so happy to have you here, Takeia. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you so much for having me. I always love coming on and talking with you guys. So thank you.
Well, today's topic was picked by Robert. So, Robert, why don't you tell everyone what's today's theme and topic?
Yeah, so in keeping with the I guess the summer series, I thought we should talk about our favorite summer blockbuster movies. It could be from back in the day to current movies, and I don't know about the future because we haven't seen those yet. But just talk about what your favorite movies are, and give a little bit of insight as to why it's your favorite and all the good stuff. So because we watch a lot of movies between the four of us, so
This is true.
This is so much. So, Takeia, you're our guest. What's one of your favorite summer movies, summer blockbusters, or what have you?
So because my back also hurts, I'm gonna go with something pretty old. Jurassic Park was always one of my favorite movies, period. And I think it's because I saw it when I was a kid, and I used to watch it with my cousins a lot. And I don't know, I just loved seeing dinosaurs. Just like wow, this could happen. Just the idea of like, this being real, like this being real. And now we see in today's day and age that it absolutely could be real. Like it absolutely could happen. They trying to bring back mammoth meat and all kinds of stuff. And
Mammoth meat.
I wasn't expecting that. I was not expecting to hear that today. I was saying exactly, Robert. Me and Robert gonna go.
I'm not doing it. I'm saying science.
My chest hurt. I don't know how to react.
I think when as I got older, my favorite thing about Jurassic Park was we can do this thing, but should we?
No.
And that is a question that repeats itself in real life over and over and over and over again. And where we're at now with AI, with some of the genetic testing that's going on, the way technology has advanced, there's a lot of questions about we can do this thing, but should we? And I think that movie is always relevant because of that question.
Yeah, that is. I remember watching. I when I was a kid, I loved dinosaurs. As I got older, I stopped liking it because it just didn't present me. But when you see the movie, when you actually see them and see the movie, and it's not like stop motion, like animation, like if you were to watch like the old like Clash of the Titans or something like that. Like this is actually there. Like it was something beautiful and something surreal, and it caught me. I remember being in theaters and being like, "Oh wow,
yeah,
it honestly does."
Yeah,
they're I actually saw a meme like last week that said something like, my toxic trait as an adult is that I would still go to Jurassic Park. I would go to Jurassic Park as an adult. And it's just like, I like that eventually later on in the movies, they show what the park would look like. But like you said, Takeia, and Antonio, you just had that sense of like newness, like freshness. Like you had never seen Disney World with with dinosaurs. That's basically what it is. And then it just went horribly wrong. And as a kid, I ate that up. I was like, damn, the Raptors are killing people. And then Samuel Jackson is smoking and it's like, this is Jules.
For real.
This is Jules.
Oh, God.
He is a computer nerd. So yeah, it was a really, and that's just Spielberg at his best, because didn't that come out the same year as Schindler's List?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was he was really hitting that year.
Yeah, he was.
That's two different ends.
Yes,
he was like, wow.
He says, here's the whimsical, and here's the most messed up thing, part of human history. But yeah, I actually had that on my list. I love that movie.
Yeah, me too. Wow. And I'm the type of person, like with summer movies, I'm weird. Like I like watching, like I watch horror stuff though, but then I also love a good romantic movie. So like Love and Basketball or something like that would be something I would have gone to back then or whatever. But yeah, I don't know.
That's a good choice. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Robert, what have you got for a pick for summer blockbuster that's a fave of yours?
So for me, I'll start off with the first Mission Impossible. So Mission Impossible, I don't know if because they got like 7 of them now, so it would be Mission Impossible 1 or whatever, but Mission Impossible. And part of the reason for me is that was one of the first like summer movies I remember seeing when I moved to Georgia. So I remember going to see that with, my dad and my stepmother. I think we all went out as a family. I don't know why I'm leaving out my brother, but yeah, we all went to the movies to see Mission Impossible. And I wasn't like a huge like Tom Cruise, fan before that. I don't remember him from Risky Business or maybe The Outsiders. That might have been like the only thing I remembered him from. And I didn't grow up watching the Mission Impossible show. So like when I went to go see the movie, after seeing the trailers and all that, I was hyped. Like, this looked like something I hadn't seen before, like a spy thriller action movie. And this started off like one of my favorite like action movie franchises. So, but it's weird because style wise, that movie is completely different than a lot of the movies that come like afterwards. It's sort of like, you remember Fast and the Furious started off as like, we just stealing cars. And then by the new one, they were like, we're saving the world from aliens or some shit.
Right.
Space.
So like Mission Impossible starts off like it is more of it's a spy thriller, with like action set pieces rather than what it's kind of become now. So it was really, really good. And I think there was stuff that after I saw it as an adult, I appreciated more than when I was a kid. But yeah, it's just it's a really good movie, and it was really good summertime blockbuster.
Yeah, I watched it, but I didn't watch it in theaters. I watched it, I think at home or like on TV, something like that. I think as the movies progressed, I think it was Tom saying, "Hey, look how fast I can run in church shoes. My cardio is off the charts." That's a running man. That man.
Yeah, that man.
Suits and tight shoes. That man is gone.
Mm-hmm.
You know how good you got to be to run in church shoes and trouser socks, because there's no like grip there. There's no your foot slipping.
I think it might be that low center of gravity for him.
Because he's
because he's like what 5'6", something like that. Like he's like my height.
Yeah,
he is.
I remember when I first found that out, I was like, wow, they really can make you look as tall as they want to. On TV or in movies.
Yeah, because Sylvester Stallone, I think, is like 5'6", something. Like he's shorter.
Is he?
And they got him looking like a giant in movies. Yeah, he's shorter. If you ever watch Judge Dredd, huh?
I thought it would at least be like 6 foot, especially because you know what it is though. When I watched him in Expandables, when pretty much it was like all the men go through like their midlife crisis. That's what, like he looks tall. So I'm like,
if you ever watch Judge Dredd, which I don't really recommend, watch Dredd. It's a way better film.
Yeah.
Dredd is way better. But if you look at him, look at his platforms, his boots.
They have them up.
Legit, look at his boots. And I was like, when I found out, I was like, oh, but it's angles, everything. Hollywood is a magical place. It's a scary place, but it's a magical place. Both can be true, I guess, at the same time. Yeah.
You can be as tall as you want to be in Hollywood.
It's just so funny to me. Just like the boots. When they talk about the boots, I was like, so I watched the movie again. Again, I don't recommend it. Just watch Dredd. But yeah, I was like, oh wow, you could do anything there. That's crazy. But you know who I want to know who could do anything? Jabba. What's your pick you got going? I know you got a good one.
I'm gonna start with a little bit more new. Because my bag's not that broken just yet. I got 5 more days to figure that part out. But I'm gonna do K-pop Demon Hunters.
Okay,
yes.
Okay, yes.
Yes.
Because I would say still like shout out to Robert for even mentioning this like a year ago, like when he first heard about it, and I'm like, okay. Because when I saw it, I think this is like the first animated film in a while where I immediately like download the soundtrack.
Yeah.
And especially you don't do it at a lot of animated movies. Like it was like okay, like the one song like it's like no, I was sitting there. That's like now on like my daily playtime.
Nice.
So K-pop Demon Hunters, especially for like their animations, the voice acting, and then also they just won an AMA award for like best song of the year for Golden. So like they've been getting a whole bunch of stuff, and just like it's like a good movie to watch.
Yeah,
and
it's a very like feel good movie. Yeah,
right. And I go watch it in the comfort of my home, in my PJs with my popcorn that I get for free. I get to go to the bathroom with no problems. Like I said, perfect time to watch a movie.
Yeah, that one I was late to watching it. So when it was actually like after one night of doing a show. I don't know which show it was, because I was at that point I think I was doing 3 or 4 shows a week. And I was like, you know what, so I got some ice cream and I sat like right on the floor. I just sat on the floor and I put on Netflix and I was watching it. And within like the first few minutes, I was like, oh, yeah, all right. I was like, oh, and the music was hitting and the animation and the humor, because I like random like humor and things, and the humor was great, and the facial expressions and the music starts to really get into your ear, not in a bad way, but in a good way, because the tunes are so, and it's there, and the story is something that was just very I think important about, just being yourself, and just being honest with your friends and the people who truly love you, and it, like, so, and just the combination, I was like, oh, this is damn. Yeah.
Yeah. I also like that. I just like EJ's story. Like I've seen
Mm-hmm.
her in a couple interviews where she was saying that she wanted to be a K-pop idol in Korea, but you know, her label was telling her she didn't have the look, she was too old, she didn't have the voice they were looking for. They said her voice was like deeper, like a deeper register, whatever, and she
Mm-hmm.
just didn't have it. And to see her have so much success with this movie and kind of get, you know, I like a good underdog story, basically. And I like when someone is clearly so talented, but the rest of the world just doesn't know it yet. Like
Mm-hmm.
the world has to catch up. She didn't have to catch up. They had to catch up to her. And so I'm just loving all the success for her.
Yeah, it's that always bet on yourself. Always
Yeah.
bet on yourself. No matter what, bet on you. Honestly.
And the fight scenes were amazing.
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely. The
they're
animation is beautiful, gorgeous.
it's just so there's just so many aspects of that movie that it's
Yeah.
just they all work together so wonderfully, from the action to, like I said, the humor, which was just so funny. And it was big with people who are fans of K-pop, obviously. So
Mm-hmm.
things, that little nuances that we may not have gotten just because we're being hit with other things, they're getting, and it's pulling them even deeper into the story as well, from the little like little nods to K-pop stuff. So I love that fact of a movie that can be great for a broad audience, but then there's still little niche things in there that the people who are into that fandom will get, and they'll go, oh yeah, this. Like there might have been something in the background that they may have seen and go, oh, that's because of this and X, Y, and Z. I
Mhm.
I love something like that that is for a broad audience, but still is there for the actual fan base of that particular niche thing. I think that's awesome.
And I was
Mine,
I was
yes,
gonna just, like one more shout out. Just give a shout out for like people are singing songs that are not just only in English. Because
yes,
since half of the songs are mixed in with Korean, like
Mhm.
even like the lyrics are on there because they do have like a version where it's like a sing along. So like they do have like that version of it. But the fact that other people are singing songs or in different languages is also good. It's also a feel good because people are experiencing other people's cultures and not just making fun of it. Because I'm pretty sure that probably some of us were probably listening to like other music that was like either not Spanish but like like other Asian music. Like, oh, you're listening to that Asian music. Oh, you're weird. And now look at you. You're sitting there having that thing on Spotify for like on repeat,
for
and
real.
not even part of the cool crowd. So I just want to give a little bit of shout out to that.
Yeah, that's definitely important to be able to, because I mean, we've all like sang, I mean, anime openings. We
Oh,
may not know what
Mm-hmm.
absolutely.
all the words are.
It's like I said, everybody else has to catch up.
Yeah,
We've been ahead of
Mm-hmm.
you.
exactly. You just keep doing what you're doing, and
Mhm.
eventually everybody, and if they don't come along, fine, whatever. Just keep doing what you're doing. Just
Yeah.
keep
Yep,
on
love
doing
what you love.
Yep.
it. For me, since again my back hurts, I'm gonna go with the original, the OG. This is the movie that has been credited with creating the summer blockbuster vibe, and that's Jaws.
Da-da.
Ooh.
Exactly. We all know the story of Jaws. Basically, Roy Schneider becomes the mayor. Excuse me, not the mayor. The what's it? The sheriff,
The
police
sheriff.
chief, yeah, sheriff of this little beach town, and it ends up being terrorized by a shark. It's almost like a slasher film, but dealing in the water. I like. We all know the story and everything. We've seen memes, what have you. We know the lines. Oh my god, we have to get a bigger boat, and yada yada yada. One of the things, I hadn't seen this movie until like maybe 3 years ago. It just hadn't, like, I knew the story, so I didn't really watch it, but it was on Netflix. They
Mhm.
had 1, 2, and 3. Just watch one. Don't worry about the other sequels. Just don't even bother. And I'm watching it, and I was like, wow. I was so engrossed in what was happening. I know what's going to happen basically, but it's the nuances, the way it was shot, the way it was, the tension in the water, because it's not just you being in the water, which if you even if you know how to swim, there's still that tension of water of not being able to have complete control of your movement because you're still in water. And then having this bloodthirsty creature coming at you, and you don't know what direction. All you see is the fin in the water.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching it and I was like, I'm riveted at this movie that's from what, mid 70s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm watching it as if it just came out this weekend.
Mhm.
I absolutely love that feeling. I watched the second one. I didn't need to. It wasn't worth it, to be honest with you. Because you don't, but that was at a time when you would have like 7 sequels. You know what I mean? Like in like that time with the 80s and like 70s, 80s, like you would have 7 sequels for a movie. I mean, look how many times Jason's come back.
Right.
Honestly. Yeah. And changed form too. Because it was a little boy at first. Well, it was the mother. Oh, I'm sorry, spoiler alert. You know, sorry about that, folks. I mean, it's only a spoiler from like what, over 20, 30 years ago. But that movie just still, like, I would right now, after we're done with the show, I'm going to see like if it's on any streaming service, because I'm going to watch it, because it just has that feeling. And for it to be the first, or the one that kind of is the prototype for your blockbuster, I love it. And it's one of my favorite Roy Schneider movies, and I was a huge Roy Schneider fan.
Yeah.
Growing up, and seeing that movie, and the scene with him putting chum in the water, and then he backs up with the cigarette still in his mouth dangling. It just works on so many levels. So for me, it's Jaws. I mean, yeah, again, prototype. It's the one that they say started it, have you? But just watch it as a movie itself, and it's so good. It still holds up to this day, which I love.
Yeah.
I have a confession to make.
Yes.
Never seen Jaws. Know the story. Never seen it. But I was traumatized because I went on a ride at Universal down in Florida. Never again. I was only 6. So I'm like, nope, I'm done.
Then I forgive you for not seeing it. But I was the same way. I knew the story, didn't really care. But I knew that it was bloodthirsty water, what have you. It didn't interest me because it was water. And I was like, Then when I watched it, and everything about the movie, how it's filmed, the acting, the suspense, the actual tension, the fear of this thing in the water, and you don't know where it's coming up until the fin comes up, and then the fin disappears, and you're like, which way are you coming from? It almost works more for me than any other slasher film could.
Yeah.
Because that water,
and I'm just thinking,
that's what it's. The tension is so. I literally couldn't eat my ice cream because I was so focused. My ice cream started to melt because I was in that scene. It was just, it worked so much, and I was rooting. Obviously, I was rooting for Jaws, but I was rooting because those people were idiots. And the mayor was like, nah. The mayor is the worst.
Yes.
I think he's the worst mayor in history, right? And I was like, I'm like, this is horrible. He's like, nah, they're fine. Don't worry. Look. Whatever, because I live in a shore town, so I know that feeling. And sometimes I'm thinking, all right,
I mean,
I'm saying it, but I'm not saying it. But you know what I'm saying.
You know, it's based in Jersey anyway, right?
Wait, the town's based in Jersey?
The actual Jaws is based on an incident that happened in New Jersey, where there's a cave that leads out to the waterfront that's painted like a shark, because I forgot, it was 2 boys, like they were swimming and sharks were coming through the tunnel. And unfortunately, like, you know, the boys had passed away because they didn't realize that sharks were going to come up that far inland. Yeah, but I say, look it up. Jaws is based in Jersey.
Because I know a few years ago, maybe more than a few, maybe 7, 8 years ago, I know there were sightings of sharks like near my area. Yeah. And I was like, and there were still people at the beach, and I'm like, Jaws feels so much more relevant now. And I understand why that mayor was like, nah, they're good. Don't worry about it.
But yeah, look it up. Jaws is a Jersey fan. Jersey native.
I thought it was based off of something in like New England. I didn't realize it was based here. Which solidifies it even more as like my favorite movie, obviously. You know. So yeah. Jabba, what's your next one for your favorite summer blockbuster?
I'm gonna throw this one way back, at least way back for me. I'm gonna do The Mummy, like Brendan Fraser's The Mummy.
Okay, yes.
I feel like that was like the one movie that got me to start reciting lines that wasn't from an animated film. Because I would watch, like, when it would come on, I would watch it, sit there and watch it back to back to back. I don't know what it was. Maybe because of all, like, the casting. Because I did like Brendan Fraser from, like, his other movies, like what was it? George in the Jungle, Blast from the Past, or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever it was. So, like, I already knew who he was when I saw this. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, it's Egypt. It's kind of like, you know, spooky action thriller. I'm like, I'm down for it. and I'm glad that it's become like this cult classic, and I'm super excited that we're gonna get a Mummy 4. So I'm excited for that one to come out. So yeah, definitely the Mummy is one of like my summer blockbusters in my opinion.
Imhotep.
That is a
It
pretty
was
quotable movie.
because it had this vibe of like Indiana Jones, but not,
Yeah.
and or like what do they call them? Those movies from back in the day,
Serials.
like serials, like the old
Yeah.
school serials, right?
Notice how I knew that one. Yeah.
Yeah, there. But that's even what Indiana Jones is kind of like. It's like a serial, but yeah, they had a really good cast. Special effects were on point. I will say that as those sequels progressed, the quality wasn't the best. Like in the first one,
Stop at the second one. That's it.
yeah,
Don't go any further.
like I think the second one was good, but the first one was special. Like, and especially like it made Brendan Fraser an action star, and like I remember him from Encino Man. So for him to go from Encino Man to like being this action movie, dude, I was like, oh, okay, cool, and it was just a really good movie.
Yeah, it is one of those ones. You must not read from the book, and they were like, "What?" Already 3 chapters in. Oh, I think Takeia may have frozen.
I think she went to go get snacks.
Because you know what? That would fit as well. That would definitely fit as well.
She went to get some popcorn.
That's it. Yeah, I think that was a movie that really did. Yeah, it's very quotable. Like now that I think about it, it has so many quotable. It's like Benny. It's just everything. Like
got all the horses. Well, it looks to me like you're on the wrong side of the river.
Yeah, I never thought about how quotable that movie is. Really, I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm like it. The second one for me is The Rock kind of ruins it.
You think?
Cool, Masante, and then he's like he's doing that shimmy shake thing when he's there, But yeah, that is true.
Sorry, guys.
That's okay. It's
you bought snacks, right? Did you bring snacks?
Huh?
We saw you leave. So you brought snacks, right? Yeah.
No.
Oh, she didn't bring snacks for the rest of us. Damn shame.
No, but yeah, that my mother loves the movie. She'll watch all of them every week, and she has. She has watched even the third one. She just loves all of it. She doesn't like the third one as much now, and I think she's getting the idea of, even though I'm a huge Jet Li fan, the recasting is weird.
That's where I stopped. I'm like, nope, I don't want to watch it.
Well, when the new one comes out, they're saying that the fourth one isn't canon, I think now. The third one. Excuse me, the third one isn't canon now, I think.
Completely disregard the movie.
Yeah, I think they're kicking it out.
Wow.
Which I'm like, damn, that hurts. But you know what? Good for Brendan Fraser too.
Yeah.
The comeback he's had has been just amazing. I absolutely love him. I'm so glad that he's having this comeback and really doing well, and that's awesome. Speaking of comebacks, we got to invite Takeia back again, which is awesome. Takeia, what's another favorite blockbuster that you have?
I don't know if this was a blockbuster when it came out. Maybe it was, but I like to go horror sometimes. So The Shining is one. Remember?
Yeah.
And I know that The Shining is one of those movies I guess you could call problematic these days with some of the things that's in it. We have the magical Negro stuff, but that is a thing. But I also used to watch horror movies with my mom. She was the one that actually put me on to horror, like The Exorcist, The Shining, just like Jason movies, like Halloween, all of that stuff, right? And The Shining was always my favorite one because I just loved seeing Jack Nicholson bug out. There's something about there's just something about it. He was so good. And just I used to be scared, the way it was filmed. Remember when Danny was riding his bike down that long hallway and they intentionally didn't show you what was around the corner? Y'all know how long I was scared to turn corners after I watched that movie. And in that last turn, when you see the two little girls, come play with them. Like, it's so good. It's so good. And I would just keep going back to that movie so much when I was younger. Just because I liked the thrill of it. Like, I liked the way it was filmed, the way Stanley Kubrick just played with the unexpected, with what you couldn't see. And I don't know, it ended up being one of my favorite movies.
That's a real good one. That's a good. Dang. I was thinking about Jaws, but now I might have to go and watch The Shining if I can find it on streaming.
I mean, pair them up.
I mean,
yeah.
Pair them
see,
up.
this is why I invite y'all on this stuff, because yes, you have.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then you should go to a beach and then go stay at a hotel.
Stay at a hotel.
No, it's too expensive.
Just for thrills.
Just for, I think being black enough is a much of a thrill ride. Just going outside your house.
Fair enough.
You right.
Fair enough.
Especially
Because when you said hotel, I thought of not just The Shining, but then I also thought of Psycho.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to have Shining Psycho. That's not a combo that I was thinking about today. That's not it. But The Shining is one of those movies that Kubrick had you do hear about the things that happen on set now, and you realize that that's a wild scene.
Yeah.
Wait,
He what's her name?
Shelley Duvall.
Yeah, Shelley Duvall. Like that he kind of tortured her on the acting front, like made her do like 100 takes. And so at that point, we're just, come on.
Yeah.
That's too much.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's definitely too much.
But it shows how, like, because when you see her frazzled, some of it isn't acting. That's legit her just being just done and tired. And but the way it's shot, like you said, the way he shot is masterful. It is. Kubrick in long hallways. He loves some long hallways.
Yeah.
Him and Daredevil.
That's what I was
long hallway. Daredevil love a long hallway to whoop everybody's ass in that hallway. He loves that. It's just, I've never seen somebody hyperventilate so much in a black sock on top of the head. That's crazy. That's ridiculous. That's awesome though. Great. Yeah, that's a damn. Yeah, that's, and also Kubrick brought this shot into our lexicon as well, where you see the character and it just start going. Which anime is doing now, which I love. Gachakuda does it beautifully. But yeah, that's a great one. Robert, what have you got for your pick?
So I'm gonna go superheroes and go with Marvel's The Avengers. So before the world hated Marvel Studios, like apparently they do now, it's just everybody was we were hyped. Like I'm still enjoying, the stuff that's coming out, some stuff more so than others, but there are people who like outright hate Marvel Studios now because it's cool. But when this movie came out, it was like like the culmination of maybe it was like 4 or 5 years worth of movies that they had released, because it was 2008 when so like 4 or 5 years. And I think this is, I don't want to say that The Avengers was the first to have a bunch of characters together or whatever, but for the way that Marvel did that of building up their universe to like this, culmination, it was huge. So I remember going to see that movie and everybody was hyped and, just going into it. And then when it actually, happened, it was good. It was a good movie. Now we know the guy who directed and wrote it is problematic as heck. We don't talk about problematic directors. And even I was listening to this audiobook of like the growth, the building of Marvel Studios, and even how he had some BS with the screenplay, with the original screenwriter or whatever. It was, Joss Whedon is a SOB, and I'll just keep it at that. But that movie pretty much brought a comic book to life, like in a big way, because like we are so used to like having those big event comic books where all the heroes come together and they fight the large threat. And that's what that felt like. So it didn't feel like you brought the Avengers together just to fight a street gang. It was like the Avengers came together to actually fight aliens who were coming, from another universe to destroy Earth. And it felt epic and it was funny. The action was good. The quips were on point. Everything just worked for that. And I remember my wife tells this story to this day that when we had the big reveal of Thanos at the end of the movie, somebody said it with his chest. He was like, "That's Darkseid." And then my wife would tell you, I said, "No, that's Thanos." And it was the first time in my life that I had done a geek out moment. And since then, I don't do that. But it was just a really good movie. It was a really good movie. I wish that we could take away the problematic director, from the movie, but it kind of opened the door for them to continue to build and build and build up until the end of the Infinity Stone saga. So yeah, that's one of my choices.
Yeah, that's a great choice because that Infinity Saga was, I think we look back on it fondly now because the stuff after wasn't always like there was some good stuff that came after, but it wasn't hitting on all fronts like everything in the Infinity Saga was. And it really set the stage for, I think, comics to be cool. And for being nerdy to be cool, and it kind of, I think in a weird way, for those of us who like have made comics or worked in comics, it legitimized it a little bit more than maybe it was before. And I'm not saying the comic book world is easy at all now, but it did, I think, make people pay attention. So great choice.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's true. It showed people that, that it could make money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, yeah.
Billions.
And
it was that movie. Yeah, it wasn't the first time that superheroes gotten together, but it was, I think, the one on such a large scale and in cinema.
Yeah. Because remember, everyone was trying to do their own like MCU thing for a while, which was
Dark Universe.
Right.
Go look it up. It is. They all got together for that picture and it was like, we got this. And then all those movies failed.
Yeah. There were some people trying to do, or some franchises trying to do it where it didn't even make sense for them to do it.
Because ain't none of y'all people ever hung out. There's none of y'all never even hung out with never the books. The Avengers was, well, it's funny how the Avengers movie is such a out of nowhere thing because it's similar to legit how the Avengers came together. It was a day unlike any other. That's like the line. Literally is.
Yeah.
And when it happened, I was sitting there in theater and I was like watching it and I was like, oh wow, they're actually doing this. Because it started with Robert Downey Jr., started with RDJ as I Am Iron Man, sitting there eating a Burger King cheeseburger, legitimately. And sitting there like, oh wow. And then you go from that to this and this huge expansive universe that is spelled out. And then from that to get Infinity War and Endgame. That whole timeline is just crazy. So Avengers was that. It's funny, Avengers isn't my favorite Avengers movie, but I always watch it and give it respect because that was the point when people were like, oh wait, they're really going in on this. And then we started getting more of it. It set a new standard, like how I brought up Jaws. Avengers set a new standard for this is what you got to do if you're coming out in the summer. You got to make money.
Yeah.
If you don't, nobody cares.
Yeah.
Legit. Speaking about Marvel, and since we're going to be staying on superheroes for the moment, I'm going to bring up a comic book summertime event, which was the House of 10 and Powers of 10. This was different. this was the restarting, the rebooting of X-Men. This was Hickman coming in. And Hickman is a great forward thinker. He thinks like years in advance, but then I think he gets bored. He's like, yeah, I'm good. And he walks off while everybody's like, wait, what was the plan? We don't wait, what? Hold on. He does that. And I think that's what happens with a lot of forward thinkers. You think so far ahead that you get bored seeing the stuff actually happen because you're like, I thought about this like 2 years ago. I'm bored. This was the whole changing of the X-Men, bringing everything back. This was the start of the Krakoa era. Yeah. This was the start of bringing certain characters that we had loved so much but had never been resurrected for whatever reason. Even though we had gotten characters who had kept coming back, Jean, and just would not stay dead, Jean, and they kept coming back, Jean, passing out for no reason, Jean. Let Gambit put the seasoning in the food, Jean. And I'm sorry, that's me. That's me. My bad, Jean. But it was something so different. And seeing the X-Men actually be this culture and have their own land and have their own place to be. And they're like, look, we did it. We got our own place. And redoing the timeline, making Moira McTaggart a mutant, and how she was reincarnated. And each one of her lives, she kept the memories that she had so she could influence everything. Oh, sorry, spoiler alert. And I mean, it's like saying like King Kong died. Oh, sorry, spoiler alert. And I'm not even going to bring up Frankenstein then. Jeez. But it's just so interesting to see how a comic book could be a big event during the summer. And it was the first time that I had like really got into it. I was like, oh, what's this? And reading it. And it blew my mind how they were bringing people back. They made this community. They made Cyclops, Jean, and Wolverine a trouble. Don't turn your head. That's what happened. Look at the map of the bedrooms. They were together. And having this whole thing, and they could almost be like saved, like their memories, like almost like stored, and they could rebirth mutants who had died. Bringing back Sync was one of the biggest things possible for people who love this character. So this was such a wild event to happen, and starting everything back in. I was like, I remember being in New York at a seminar for I forgot the name of the podcast studio. Jeez, I've been going there for years, and being there, and I was broke. I broke. I literally broke. I like broke. Like homeless were like, damn, you good? Like I was broke that summer. Literally, I had everything was falling on my head at that time, and I was reading the first issue, and it just made me go, oh, and it took me out of everything that I was going through at that time. So that to me was just such a huge event, and it changed the entire way that the X-Men are seen even to this day. So yeah, that for me, House, I think he actually said it's supposed to be 10, not X. I think the way Hickman said it for some reason. I think by the time they could have actually explained the reason, he was out. He was like, yeah, I'm bored. Like, y'all gotta keep up.
He had left the house.
Right. He done left the house.
So Powers of 10 and House of 10 are definitely my choice for that. Takeia, what have you got for us? Your another summer fave blockbuster.
Are we talking comics?
You can go any route you want.
Right now, I mean, I don't know if you call it a summer blockbuster, but it's definitely a blockbuster. Absolute Wonder Woman is hitting for me right now. I'm enjoying the magic aspect, the we're in hell aspect, and I love Wonder Woman as a character. Out of the Trinity, I think that she's the best one because she's kind, but she'll still mess you up. Like like she's kind, but if you know cross her, try to hurt people or try to hurt something she loves, she's not afraid to throw hands. And I just love that book. I'm loving that book. I'm loving the storytelling. I'm loving the mother-daughter relationship between her and Cersei. I'm, like I said, I'm loving the magic. It's a great book. And from what I'm hearing, I haven't read everything in the Absolute series. I've read Batman, I've read Superman, and I've read Wonder Woman, and I still need to read Green Lantern. But I hear that DC is kind of killing it right now with
They
that. Yeah, the
Yeah,
entire
they
series.
are. I mean, I know that I mean, Antonio, I know that you just started reading Antonio um
I'm just
Absolute
gonna start reading Antonio, and it's a
Absolute
fabulous read.
yeah.
But oh my god,
The read is amazing.
it's wild.
There, shout out to RuPaul's Drag Race. Absolute Green Arrow just came out, but it was
Yes,
but I'm of the opinion that DC has been showing out with the Absolute line as of late.
Mhm.
I haven't. The only one I've read was Absolute Green Lantern,
Mhm.
and that was one of the most pleasant reading, like actually, well, messed up reading experiences because it's a Lovecraftian sci-fi, Lovecraftian horror mixed in with like space opera sci-fi,
Mhm.
and it shows that when you have this whole thing of like, let's do a true take on like an alternate universe between all those books, they have really stepped it up. They have really kind of fallen into that concept really hard, and money wise they are killing it, between all those books. I think that there was even like a line wrapped around the corner for like the signing for the creative team for that,
Mhm.
for Absolute Green Arrow, and the concept behind that is good. So yeah, they have out ultimatized Ultimate
Yeah.
Marvel, and Marvel's trying to play catch up. I think they got that Twilight thing coming
Yeah.
up.
Twilight or Midnight or
Midnight,
something.
yeah,
it's
midnight. I'm sorry.
midnight. Yeah,
Midnight.
yeah.
Yeah, because aren't they ending Ultimates for that reason?
I
Like,
think so.
It's
yeah.
supposed to be over already, but they still
Yeah,
got
Oh,
some
okay.
books out, and I'm like, because Black Panther's done. I was like, wait, I thought y'all was ending this.
right.
Why is it still like y'all know y'all said that right? No, all right. I mean, they're your books. You can do whatever the hell you want. I guess. I don't know.
But yeah,
That's
Yeah.
yeah. The Absolute is definitely. I'm waiting for that to be like. I think truthfully that should be their next thing that they go for as far as animated
yeah,
line
Ooh.
stuff like that. I
man.
would love to see those
Yeah.
movies be like again, even if they're the animated and they are streaming on Max, let's say.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
those would be great for like at home viewing.
Mhm.
I think just because they're so cool. If they did live
Yeah.
action, I would probably like the world would lose their minds at that point. But I think this is a great line for them. It is.
I would love to see Wonder Woman Dead Earth animated because it's so gritty and like, but it would be, I think it would, because it's pretty violent.
And
It's pretty violent. It would kind of be more like adult leaning, I guess, but just because of the violence and the gore in it, there's a lot of gore in it. You know,
that's what HBO Max is
how
for. They get right on
yeah,
there.
Yep.
Daniel Warren Johnson is not afraid to like rip a spine out of somebody and beat them with it. Like,
Well,
That sounds like such a glowing line, he's not afraid to rip somebody's spine out and beat him with it.
yeah.
I'll
Well,
go
that's
for
what
him.
he had Wonder Woman doing. So,
That would be, yeah.
but I think he wrote her really well for as
Mhm.
crazy and gory as it can get. I think he wrote her really well. Like, you really see the humanity in her and the way that she really cares about people just in general. And
That's
so
sort
I
of like
thought
an
that
underlying
he
an
wrote her.
underlying thing with her. Like, even though she's
Yeah.
actually to me she's the strongest and she's the most bloodthirsty. She's the most skilled.
Yeah.
She's had all these years, but she's always got that one thing is always that kindness and that love and that affection.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, and that's always because she doesn't have, for me, she doesn't have the, sometimes Superman can be written as so positive as to be like godlike, like he looks in a way that is like he looks down on people, and Batman, we don't talk enough about he needs to go to therapy. Like, we don't talk about that enough. Wonder Woman sits right in the middle where she's like, she's kind, she believes in humanity even when they do the worst. She genuinely loves people. Like, I mean, loves in the way that she wants the best for everyone, but she's not a pushover. And so she doesn't have the cynicism that Batman does, but she tempers her positivity with what's right in front of her. And I think that's why she's, my favorite of all three of them. I think like the strongest and the kindest of all three of them.
I think the odd thing is that she's had the best upbringing, the best upbringing.
Right.
And to be on an island where there was such a community. Bruce was in the house all the time with Alfred, unless he was out, learning how to beat up hobos and carrying on and drug addicts. Let's be real, Bruce is a mess. Clark,
he's a mess.
Clark is an orphan who was adopted illegally. Let's be real. Come on, Kal-El. And even though he had this beautiful upbringing, there was a lot of toxic positivity where everything was, oh, you can do it. It was never a moment, you know what I mean? It was never that. They went so far as in Man of Steel, Kevin Costner, as the wind takes him. I'm like,
I don't remember that movie.
What?
So bad.
I enjoyed the movie, but he was like,
oh.
Yeah.
And funny to say to godlike, because if you look at, is it Justice League?
It's Justice League.
Justice League. And I said this in theaters. I think I said this when I was sitting in the theater, and I said it on a show that was strange that I used to do. Some of you get that notion. The only people he saved in that movie were Lois and Mexican people. Even when he flew down and the Mexicans were looking at them as if he was Christ, and he was flying down like.
Well, Snyder ain't subtle. Like Snyder ain't subtle at all between all of his movies. The other thing I was going to say about Superman is that he was raised in hiding, right? So if you think about that, and I know that a lot of people have their issues with it in Man of Steel. I love that take. I love that take from a personal perspective.
Oh no, I was laughing at Jabba because I know how Jabba feels about that movie. That's why
I love that take from a personal perspective. But even in the comics, he is raised in hiding for most of his life. So that's another thing that I think separates Diana from him and from Clark and Bruce when it comes to her being that you could see she's the balancing point between of that trinity. Because she was raised to be a warrior, right? She was raised to be the person that she becomes. And so she don't have to hide. And I think even when she comes to our world, depending on whatever origin you come with, she is a diplomat. So she is front and center representing Themyscira, however the origin goes. So I think the hiding and it goes back into the, like you said, the being I don't like using that word. The illegal. I'm trying to think of the other way, but basically he is a person from from another world.
He's an immigrant,
and you have to think
he's an undocumented immigrant.
Undocumented immigrant. Yeah, that's what I was trying to like. I'm 45. Forget stuff.
Literally, yeah.
He's a little
Well, I mean, like down here, I hear them good old boys use that phrase all the time, and I get tired of it. So, but I think that Absolute has been killing it across the board, and they have another summer blockbuster with Green Arrow. So
yeah, definitely one to go read. Pornzak did this thing on that one. So we've all given some great choices, but you know what time it is. It's the lightning round. I got to ask this question, especially of Takeia, because this is a question that I know Takeia is going to just enjoy so much. So, summertime. We all have our summer favorite food. What is your favorite food in the summer, Takeia?
So usually for my birthday, we do a seafood boil. So my birthday is June 6th. if anyone wants to say happy birthday to me. I'm a week from you, Java. I'm a week
Yes.
from you. But yeah, we usually do a seafood boil. Yeah, although I won't be doing it this year. I'm gonna be for anyone who doesn't know, my husband likes to make ribs. Like that's his thing. He loves barbecue. And a cousin of mine has been for years saying that he can do it better than him. So on my birthday, we gonna find out.
Ooh.
I'm going down to DC and we're gonna find out. So that's what I'm doing this year for my birthday. That's what's on the menu this year. But usually I do a seafood boil, and that's kind of my favorite summer thing to do. Other than like the family cookouts.
So we've had 2 guest hosts in a row say seafood boil.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Malcolm McFadden of 615 Comics was on last week.
Okay.
And he's from the DMV area. And so his was easy, just like you said. Oh, easy, yeah. He rattled it off. I was like, all right. So we got to get somebody from like Alaska or something like that for the next show. Something wild. Like I like I don't know, barbecue bubble gum or something. I don't know, something wild that you never heard of. You know what I mean? Because if we get a hat trick, I mean that's crazy. Jabba, what's another one of your favorite summer foods?
Favorite summer foods. Well, we already said ribs last week. Got brought up again this week. I like a good slushy. Cannot go wrong. Although I will stay away from 7-Eleven on 7-Eleven Day because that is just wild. So yeah, a good slushy. It could be from like 7-Eleven, Quick Check, or whatever. I just like to mix them in between, depending on what flavors they have. If I had to only choose one, it'd be like a blue raspberry. I will dedicate my lips turning blue for a day because of that.
Oh my God. Then you need to get a blue slushy this Saturday on your birthday.
Yeah. We have to.
Yeah, definitely. Robert, what you got?
Barbecue chicken.
I like how he had that queued up. Like it was just barbecue chicken.
Yeah. I think there's something about the grill, the taste of the grill, if it's seasoned, chicken seasoned right, and the barbecue sauce, specifically I'd say chicken legs and wings. Those are my favorite. But barbecue chicken is probably, when we get the grill going in a couple of weeks, I'll be grilling some wings. So
let me know which day. I promise I'll hop on a flight.
Damn.
Just show up. Just show up. We got you.
Heard you was having some barbecue chicken. You remember when you said that 3 weeks ago?
On live TV, well, recorded.
Right.
She'll just pop up at your house with a red cup, like a red Dixie cup. Like, I was just in the neighborhood. I thought that I would. Oh, are you barbecuing? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize. Oh my, is that today? I didn't. Oh, I mean, I've come all this way. Do you mind if I come in? I'm just, you can smell it
behind me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Now, Robert, as far as sauce, do you like sweet? Do you like tangy? You like smoky? Like, what's your thing as far as sauce?
I prefer sweet.
Okay.
Kind of sweet barbecue sauce. I wish I was adept enough to like create my own sauce, but whatever I see on the shelf at the grocery store and is looks good. So usually sweet.
I'm a fan of Sweet Baby Ray's.
Okay,
yes, baby.
Out of context, that sounds crazy, and I apologize. That's I have honey chipotle, I have sweet and smoky, I have maple. Like they have so many different flavors. Their teriyaki is great. Yeah, their honey mustard is dastardly. That honey mustard is crazy. It's like that's my favorite one to use. Absolutely. For me, real quick, being in New York as a kid during the summertime, my favorite thing was shaved ice. That cart coming around. It's one of the reasons why I don't like having sticky hands. I hate eating anything that like makes my hands sticky. I cannot stand it. It drives me mad. That's why I don't eat ice cream in a cone when I'm out. I won't. because my hands get sticky, and if I wash my hands, then my hands gonna be ashy because I ain't got no lotion with me. Like it's a whole bunch. Like this is why I have anxiety. There's so many levels to it. So it used to drive me nuts to eat that, and then I'd have like the stickiness on my hands, and we were out, and I couldn't go back and wash my hands because to get your ass over here. So it's not. I can't. You know what I mean? So I'd be dragged all over Brooklyn with these sticky hands. So yeah, but as a kid, I used to love seeing them make it, like actually literally shaving the ice and picking out the flavor and just seeing it, the syrup like go all through the ice and everything was just so cool to me. I always love that. So yeah, shaved ice for me is that just like the thought of it like just makes me think of like those summers when I would be in New York for like a week or so. So that's awesome. So folks, look. We have learned a lot. We've learned that Takeia is going to be at Robert's house at about 3:47 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for barbecue. I'm not going to specify the date. That's between them. It's got nothing to do with me. I'm saying.
He doesn't even know the date. I'm gonna just show up. Expect the chicken.
She just like I love the fact of I love the thought of Takeia going to a house like 3 times. Like, is it no? And then going right back to the airport. Like, had to take like 2 connecting flights for some reason. I don't know why. Like maybe we should actually make a date so I don't have to keep coming down here like this randomly. This is great. This is crazy. We've learned about some of our favorite summer blockbusters from movies to comics as well. There's so many out there that we can pick from. Like Mortal Kombat is one, like the original one. I absolutely loved when I just got out of high school. That was awesome. There's so much out there, and there's so much streaming stuff out there as well. So let us know some of your favorites. What do you like? What's the thing that gets you in the mood for summer, or what's one of your summer favorite comfort movies even as well? So that's been our episode. I want to thank Takeia Marie for joining us today.
Having me.
Always so much fun. Awesome. Look, this summer is just going to keep rolling. We're going to keep having fun. We're going to keep doing these shows. Next week, we have Keith Cross coming on. Friend of the show. I think I have a surprise for Robert and Keith. I'm not going to say what it is, obviously, because then it wouldn't be a surprise.
Ooh.
Okay.
Jabba will be training for the Dragon Ball Z tournament, which I'm very proud she's going to be entering.
Yeah, okay.
Her first opponent, I think, is Hercules. I think is her first opponent.
No, it's Yamcha.
Is it? Oh, damn. Oh, sweet. Sweet.
Do like
goes to the tournament.
Be like
You and the Knicks sweeping that tournament. Crazy. This is so good. Oh my God. Dan Krillin, possibly, maybe.
Maybe.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I'm definitely gonna watch that. Definitely watching Jabba come out there with like you're just like throwing Buicks at people because she's strong as hell. I love that.
Wow. Okay.
Buicks. You know how heavy a Buick is? Crazy. It's like it's not lightweight. Like that, like that's not light work. Like you putting it in at the gym, and I appreciate that. Along with the braids, so we're gonna keep going with the summer and have a lot of fun. But since we're on the topic, this Saturday is Jabba's birthday, so we want to wish Jabba a happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
That's right. Push it up. You pushed it up so strongly. See, that's what I'm talking about. She's so strong she can't even control it. The roof is on fire. She pushed it off. That's it. The roof's not on fire anymore. It's crazy. So happy birthday to you, Jabba. You're gonna have an amazing Saturday. Because a few people are gonna be there, probably myself as well, unless some tragic event happens, like I can't find my shoelaces. Awesome.
It's called slip-ons.
I feel so awkward with slip on. That's a whole other level of anxiety as well. It's crazy. Also want to wish Takeia an early happy birthday now since you're here. Thank you so very much. Happy birthday to you. Enjoy all the food. Obviously, because I know you will.
Oh, I will.
I always love the pictures.
I'll send y'all pictures, actually, so you can live vicariously through me.
Mm-hmm.
Takeia has the best eating pictures because she could not care. The look on her face is like, I don't care about none of this. But it's just her and her plate. That's the universe right there. It's her and her plate. It's nothing. It's like nothing. She don't care what the picture look like. She's like, yeah, I'm in this. I don't care. Whatever.
I am quite greedy, y'all.
Yes.
I'm pretty greedy.
At least you're honest.
Hey, that's the only way to be. Yeah,
and that's why there's so much love there. So, folks, I want you to have a very good day. Enjoy the rest of it. Please be safe. Oh, this is pre-recorded. So, since now that you're watching it on Wednesday, happy new comic book day. Go read something new or read something that's new to you, go to your local comic book shop, get a couple comics, sit, read, chill, and enjoy yourself. It's going to be warm. So, as always, folks, drink water, take your vitamins, take your meds, whether it's for a physical, emotional, or mental ailment, because we want you to be the best you that you can be. And yes, I am angry. I'm always angry about this, but I'm going to put some kindness into the world and love. And I'm going to say, do a wonderful thing. All right. And we will see you next week. Have a very good evening. And we'll see you. Peace, y'all. Always with the two buttons. Always. I hate the two buttons. Hate it.